4 easy steps to starting an awesome podcast. Starting your own podcast probably sounds like a Herculean project for you right now, but it doesn't have to be. In today's presentation, I'm going to show you the 4 easy steps you can follow to start your very own podcast. Step 1. Choose a topic and come up with your show's name. Your podcast is your own show. You can talk about anything and everything under the sun. But if you want to attract a specific audience, then you need to narrow down your topics. You need to define what your podcast is going to be all about. In short, what do you want to be known about? Do you want to be known as the top marketing expert in your niche? Or that funny author who publishes exclusively on Kindle? Whatever you choose, you need to be able to commit and create content consistently and keep your audience coming back for more. Step number 2. Create a plan for your podcast episodes. Podcasting is also a form of content marketing. You want to stand out from the crowd, right? Then you need to come up with a content strategy that will fit your podcast message or branding. Treat your podcast like a business. Plan everything in advance. If you're thinking of interviewing experts in your industry, then write it down in your calendar so you can reach out to them well ahead of time. Create an outline or draft of your upcoming episodes. You don't want to just wing podcast episodes. You could end up wasting a lot of time editing and re-recording episodes if you ramble off topic for far too long. Step 3. Record your podcast episodes. Now that you've got a plan for your podcast episodes, it's time to record your episodes. You're just starting out, so you will need to make sure you come across as someone that people will want to listen to. You can choose to follow an outline of your main topics, or you can read from a script. Step 4. Publish and promote your podcast. To publish your podcast, you need to select a good podcast hosting service. Libsyn is one of the more popular ones. Once you've uploaded your episodes to your host, it's time to promote your new show to your target audience. 5 podcast monetization methods you can use today. Podcasting can be both fun and hard work. But did you know you can also earn some money in the process? Many podcasts earn anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s a month. If you're planning to set up your own podcast, then stay tuned to this presentation. I'm going to show you the top 5 podcast monetization methods you can use today. Let's begin. Number 1. Sponsorships. When it comes to sponsorships, you need to build a sizable audience first before anyone will consider sponsoring your podcast. But once you've got a few thousand fans tuning into your podcast, then you can start reaching out to potential sponsors and advertisers. Alternatively, you can use a platform like Midroll or Authentic. The next option, however, is the best one. Once your podcast becomes big enough, sponsors will be the ones knocking on your virtual doorstep to ask you to promote or endorse their brands. Number 2. Affiliate marketing. It's relatively easy for one to make money with affiliate marketing. You simply get your special link that has your unique tracking code in it. And when people click on your link to buy your recommended product, then you get a commission. There are plenty of affiliate networks you can join. The most popular one, though, is probably Amazon. Other networks include ClickBank, ShareASale, Commission Junction, JVZoo, and so much more. Number 3. Selling your own products or services. If you've got an established brand outside of podcasting, then it will be relatively easy for you to plug your own products and services on your show. Of course, try not to be pushy or aggressive, as many dislike high-pressure sales tactics like this. Instead, promote your own products or services as a solution to people's various pain points. Number 4. Coaching. Coaching can be quite lucrative, especially if you position yourself as an expert in your niche. You'd basically be teaching the same things you talk about on your podcast, but only more in depth. Another selling point for coaching is that students will have direct access to you, so they can ask you questions and get answers relatively quickly. Number 5. Courses. You can sell your own courses or even other people's courses as an affiliate on your podcast. Courses are great for podcasters who want to provide their audience a more organized and in-depth look into subjects they're experts of. They're also great for generating passive income on the side. 5 podcast styles you can follow. Podcasts have been around for years. If you think its popularity is about to fizzle out soon, you're mistaken. The popularity of podcasting has been steadily growing every year. If you want to get in on the podcast gravy train, then stay tuned to this presentation to find out about the top styles you can follow for your own podcast. Let's begin. Number 1, the solo show. This podcast style is probably the easiest one to use when you're just starting out. Many podcasts are hosted by an individual. Solo hosts often use their name on the podcast show title, like John Smith's Awesome Podcast Show. Solo podcasts are also easy to produce. You don't need to wait for someone else to become available. You can simply record your episodes as and when you feel like it. The only downside is you'll probably run out of things to say much faster than if you're doing the show with someone else. Number 2, multi-host show. Many podcasts nowadays now follow this style. When you've got 2 or more people sharing ideas and thoughts, then there's less chance you'll run out of topics to talk about. You'll be able to present different ideas to your listeners. You can even agree to disagree on most topics to make your show interesting. Number 3, one-on-one interview. There are many benefits to interviewing other people on your show. 1, you don't have to do all the talking, so you can rest your vocal cords for a bit. And 2, your audience will have someone else to listen to other than you and your co-host. Another benefit is that your guests will be letting their followers know they've been interviewed on your show. This means that their followers can potentially become your followers too. Number 4, roundtable discussion. A roundtable or panel discussion is a lot of fun. You'll have different people chiming in with their opinions on different topics. Just make sure you put a time limit on the discussion because it's easy to get carried away when you're having a lot of fun with like-minded people. Number 5, storytelling. Some podcasts are in a storytelling format. Sometimes the host will be reading one story for the entire show. For other shows, they'll narrate one story over the course of an entire season. So it's sort of like a radio drama, but in podcasting format.